Yo, it's day 21. Um, and today was a good day. Today was a chill day. Um, I was again gonna try and leave early. I actually slept really nicely and slept like pretty steadily until like 6 or a little after and felt pretty good. Didn't have any weird dreams, which I've kind of been having. And got up and got ready, ate some breakfast, the rest of my bread and cheese, and was out by about 8. Today was supposed to be a 21-ish kilometer day, but tricky thing about that is that I think I mentioned this in my other video that my hostel was like on the like so coming into León on the Camino, it was pretty close. Like it was on the outside of the town coming in, which meant that like to leave, I still had to walk through the town, and so I probably did an extra like 3 or 4 kilometers just like going back through the town. Went by the cathedral again because it was lovely. Got a better picture in the light, which was nice, and then walked through, saw some of the other monuments just quickly. I didn't really stop other than at the cathedral to get a picture and say hi to another friend, and then kept walking. And so when you come out the other side of Leon, it's pretty chill. You kind of walk through the city. I really liked the cities because, I mean, I don't like them for certain reasons, but I like them in the sense of there's lots of people. So a lot of the towns along the Camino are pretty small and like not super populated. I think a lot of the Camino towns are really like people who work on the Camino, work for the albergues or restaurants or cafes or things like that, but they're not usually like big towns, and so it's mostly like pilgrims and then people who work at the places where the pilgrims are. And so the nice thing about the cities is there's just like so many people going about and doing all the other things that are not like Camino related. And so, this morning when I was leaving, and there were like kids going to school and folks going to work and college and like just all this stuff of the town waking up, which was really nice to see. And then when you get outside the city, there was a little bit more industrial space, some warehouses, some car dealerships, a junkyard, some other stuff. So you walk through there for a little while, which was cool. And then you hit this town, the Virgin of the Camino. I was talking to some French folks, and I keep wanting to call it La Vierge because that's French, and I don't really know how to say it in Spanish. But that was a nice town. There was a cool church there. I couldn't go inside because I think there was a mass happening, but I took some pictures outside. And then the road split again, and there's like a northern route that stays by the highway and a southern route that is more varied, but it's a little longer. But I took the southern route, and it's super nice, just like fields and flowers and birds for a while, listened to a book, and just walked. And it's amazing how your feet can just like keep stepping even when you feel really tired. My feet were a little sluggish today. There were definitely some slow moments, but overall went really well. And then there were a couple towns along the way. I got a stop for some juice and to eat like some more of my snacks. And then I got here to Villar de Mazarife. Got here around 3:30, maybe almost 4. Showered, chilled, walked around a little bit. Just finished dinner, had some vegetable paella, which was quite delicious. And now I'm gonna maybe journal a little bit and then go to sleep because tomorrow is a long day. Tomorrow's a 30-kilometer day again, 31-ish, so just about 20 miles, 19, 20 miles. It's also the day before my rest day, so I'm gonna rest in Astorga, which is cool. I booked all my rest days a very long time ago, and so the place I booked in Astorga is like really nice, and I'm not entirely sure why I did that. But hey, I'll take it. It's a nice room for 2 nights, and Astorga has some cool things. Apparently, there's a chocolate museum, so I'm definitely gonna try to do that. And then after Astorga, things start to go uphill again. We start to go into the mountains. I believe they're the Cantabrian. I should look up how it's pronounced. But we're gonna go into the mountains. So there's some climbing that will happen in like 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So I got to prepare for that. So yay, rest day. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Tomorrow's a long day, and then I will rest. And probably eat chocolate. So that's it.